And a very pleasant good afternoon from Don Riggs Hurricane Gym on the campus of Jonesboro High School. Randy Myers under the headset as we welcome you into our coverage of the 34th annual Barry Pruitt Hurricane Classic. Our first game this afternoon is a consolation bracket semifinal game between the Harbor Wildcats and the Westside Warriors. We'll step aside for a quick timeout, and back in a moment. You're watching the 34th annual Hurricane Classic on Tubetown, live local from Ritter Communications.
The first game will feature the visiting team on the scoreboard, the Westside Warriors, and the home team on the scoreboard, the Springdale Harbor Wildcats. At this time, we ask that you please rise and remove your hats for the singing of our national anthem. Today's national anthem will be sung by Anna Marie Wright, a junior at the Academies at Jonesboro High School.
And we welcome you back to Don Riggs Hurricane Gym. Randy Myers under the headset for the the Barry Pruitt Hurricane Classic at Don Riggs Hurricane Gym. About set to bring you this opening round day 2 matchup between Harbor and Westside. Harbor under the direction of Coach Scott Boland. We'll go with a lineup that includes Nick Buchanan at one guard spot. He's a 5'11 junior. Cole Bishop, a 6'1 senior guard. Jabron Duggar, a 5'11 senior guard. The forwards are Eric McRae, a 6'2 sophomore, and Lawson Jenkins, a 6'5 junior. Westside at 3-1 will counter with a 3-guard lineup that includes 5'9 junior Kessler Mack, 3-time All-State guard Avery Phelps, a 6'2 senior, 2-time All-State guard Riley Falcons, a 5'11 junior. In the paint, the Warriors will go with Dylan Schwartz, a 6'1 senior, and Jordan Rockers, a 6'4 senior. Westside's 3-1, led by veteran head coach Mark Whitmire in his 13th season at the helm of the Westside program. Scott Boland, the Northeast Arkansas Greene County native and Greene County Tech alum and former coach in his 4th year now at Harbor, and his team's off to a 1-1 start. They got beat last night here in the opening round of the Classic, following to host Jonesboro 82-34. Westside also losing last night to Class 7A Bryant 74-57. Jordan Rockers set to jump center against Lawson Jenkins to get this one tipped and underway. These two have met before in the Classic about 4 years ago. Harbor won a close game there, and will re-jump the tip as neither jumper able to get control of the tap that time. Finally, Harbor wins the tap this time, and here come the Wildcats across the timeline. Westside opens up in a man-to-man defense. Harbor with it on the left wing. Get it out to the elbow. Jump shot on the way from there and good by Lawson Jenkins to get the Wildcats on the board early. Here's Avery Phelps with it out high on the right wing for Westside. Gets it for Kessler Mack, who lets go of a 3 and buries it for the Warriors. The sharpshooting guard puts Westside up by a point. It's 3-2. Harbor with the basketball. Pass into the paint, deflected, goes off the backboard, and they get it out as it bounces into the backcourt for a reset. On the left wing, Jabro Duggar with the basketball. Guarded there by Dylan Schwartz. Here's another outside jumper that's no good. They get the rebound. Shot up from point-blank range is a miss, and Jordan Rockers clears the glass for Westside. The clear up for Riley Felkins. Left wing Kessler Mack spots up for another three. This one's too strong off the back iron. Battle for the rebound, and Harbor comes away with it. In transition, here's Duggar with it on the right wing. Bounce pass to the high post. Dribble drive down the middle of the lane. Left-handed layup, no good. They get the offensive rebound. Now a pass across the paint, but a walk is called on Lawson Jenkins before he got rid of the ball. He drug his pivot foot, and Westside will get the ball back. Warriors up 3-2. Glad you're with us here on our Facebook Live page for Tubetown. Riley Felkins has it high on the left wing against man-to-man defense for Harbor on the right wing. Here's Schwartz with it in the corner. Penetrates, kicks it across the lane to Felkins. Thought about the three, now drives to the elbow. Lean-in jumper off the glass won't go, and they're going to get him for a player control foul. First foul of the game is a charge on Felkins. And Harbor gets it back. With it across the timeline is Duggar, guarded by Felkins. Now to Nierenberg. Shot on the way, no good. Felkins with a defensive board for the Warriors. Dribbles between the circles, guarded by Duggar. Jump pass right wing to Feltz. Feltz with the basketball, draws a double team, gets it in the corner for Rockers. Back out to Feltz. Now to Felkins. Thought about the three. Dribbles to the top of the key, now has it poked away, and that's going to be a reach-in foul, I believe, on Duggar. We'll check that. Javon Duggar guilty of the foul, his first team foul on the Wildcats. Rockers will inbound on the baseline for Westside. Finds Felkins. He'll spot up for a three, and it's good. Riley Felkins with the second three of the game for the Warriors, and Westside with a 6-2 lead. 5:42 to play in the opening frame. Nierenberg with it for Harbor. Gets it on the left side to Bishop. Guarded there by Rockers. Bounce pass left wing to Nierenberg. Back out high, right wing. This is Duggar with it, guarded by Felkins. Skip pass across the lane. Shut off there. Back to Nierenberg. He'll fire from the corner and miss. Rebound tapped, and Kessler Mack comes away with it for Westside. He's across the timeline, left wing to Felkins. Felkins spot up deep three on the way off the wing, too strong. And the rebound taken by McRae for Harbor. Harbor dribbles through traffic. Down the left side of the lane, gets the roll. McRae with his first basket of the game makes it 6-4. A 2-point lead for the Warriors. Westside with possession as they come across the timeline. Felkins swings it inside to Feltz. Feltz shut off there, kick it out for Felkins. Dribble drive into the lane, lost control of it. Scramble for the basketball. And they're going to call a jump ball with a possession arrow pointing to Westside. 4:42 to play here in the opening frame. Rockers will inbound for Westside. Gets it out high to Kessler Mack at the top of the key. Dribbles right wing for Felkins. Back to Mack. Mack being guarded by Duggar. Inside to Schwartz. High post. Kick out for Felkins. Felkins goes baseline. Leaves it with Feltz. He'll fire from the corner just before the shot clock expires and nails the three. And we are playing with a shot clock, by the way. It's a 35-second shot clock in this tournament. That's the first time it's really been a factor, but Feltz able to get the shot off and knock down the triple. Here's Duggar with it on the right wing against man defense, being harassed by Avery Feltz. On the left wing for Bishop. Out high to Duggar. Duggar with the ball between the circles. Eases to the left wing. Gets it right side to Jenkins. Three on the way off the right wing. Good. That was Nierenberg.
Officials timeout.
And, well, we've got a... Thought we had a break. No break. We're going to continue on. Westside leading 8-7 with 3:48 remaining in the first quarter. Avery Feltz will bring it ahead for the Warriors of Coach Mark Whitmire. Gets it right side for Kessler Mack. He'll fire and miss. Rebounded Duggar. Ahead to Jenkins. Jenkins backs his way in. Skip pass over for Nierenberg. Dribble drive into the lane. And gets a nice bucket on the nice move to the basket. He's got 5. ties the game at 9 apiece. Here's Feltz at the other end, missing. Felkins the rebound, goes back up and missed the shot but got the foul. He'll be at the line to shoot 2. Foul will be charged to Arrington McRae for Harbor, sending Riley Felkins to the line for Westside, shooting 2 with 3:12 remaining in the opening period.
2 shots.
Garrett Pieroni set to check in momentarily for Harbor, as is Charlie Bockelman. Meanwhile, Felkins hits the first free throw. And he hits the second one as well. So Felkins has 5. Warriors lead it by a pair. It's 11-9 with 3:10 to play in the first quarter. Carrington across the timeline, has his pocket picked by Rockers. Rockers gets it, tries to get it over for Schwartz, but it's going to be tipped out of bounds. And let's see who's got possession. I believe it'll stay with Westside. Harbor did a nice job of hustling back to break up a fast break opportunity for the Warriors. Feltz will inbound in front of the Harbor bench. Gets it out high for Riley Felkins, the junior guard, right wing to Feltz. Feltz, step back 3, he'll be short, and Harrington, or rather Harbor with the rebound. Ahead for Jenkins. Bounce pass tipped out of bounds on a hustle play by Feltz. So Harbor will maintain possession with Pieroni inbounding from the corner. Gets it out high to Nierenberg, who has it at center circle now, guarded by Jordan Rockers. Gets it left side in the corner. Jenkins spots up for 3 and got it. Jenkins with 5. Harbor takes the lead now. It's 12-11. I believe that's the first lead of the game for the Wildcats. Felkins with it for Westside. Trying to shake his man. Goes right side for Schwartz. Out high to Feltz now. Feltz on the left wing. Spins into the lane and is fouled as he goes to the rim. He'll be at the line to shoot 2. And that foul was on Nierenberg, his first. Third team foul. I thought that was a shooting foul, but apparently not. So Rockers will inbound for Westside under the basket, his right side of the baseline. Bounce pass in for Feltz on the low block, scores off the glass. Second basket of the game for Feltz, puts Westside back up by 1. 13-12 with $1:55 to play here in the opening quarter. Harbor with it on the right wing in the corner for Jenkins. He'll turn and shoot for 3. That one's too strong. Felkins the defensive board for the Warriors. Here comes Westside in transition. Felkins puts up a little fadeaway, missed it. Rebound tipped out of bounds, and it'll be long to Harbor with 1:38 remaining. Substitutions for Harbor. Cole Bishop is back in. Also Jacob Howard, a 6'4 sophomore, seeing his first action of the afternoon. Harbor down 1, but with the basketball. It's 13-12. Nierenberg with it. Dribbles to the elbow and gets bumped and fouled. And that'll be on Jordan Rockers for Westside. His first, team foul number 2. Harbor will inbound under the basket. Bounce pass in for Jenkins. He catches and lays it off the glass and in. Nice inbounds play for the Wildcats. They're back in front by a point. It's 14-13. Here's Kessler Mack with it. Fires from the corner and apparently draws the foul. Lawson Jenkins picking up that foul for Harbor, their 4th. Puts Kessler Mack at the line to shoot 2. And the first one's a make. Second one too strong, and the rebound to Harbor as Nierenberg comes out of traffic with it. He'll cross the timeline, dribble high to the right wing, guarded by Jordan Rockers. In-man defense for the Warriors. Comes off a pick, immediately picked up by Mack. Rifles a pass into the lane. Now out into the corner. 3 ball on the way and good by Jenkins. He's got 10. Harbor lead at 3 now at 17-14. Here's Feltz with it for Westside. Out high on the right wing, guarded by Nierenberg. Dribbles into the lane, scoop layup off the glass, missed it, and the rebound to Harbor. Nierenberg out of traffic with it. Push ahead on the left wing for Jenkins, and Jenkins will be grabbed and fouled by Kessler Mack. And that'll be his first. Third team foul on the Warriors. Peroni will inbound for Harbor. Right side, his right side of the baseline as he faces the floor. Finds Nierenberg on the wing, back in the corner to Peroni. Shut off there by Schwartz. Right side for Jenkins. Goes baseline. That's a shot maybe partially blocked, but Harbor gets it back now into the lane. Little short turnaround jumper, no good. Schwartz clears the glass for Westside. Clears it out for Rockers, who gets it to Riley, and he'll bring it ahead. Riley Felkins, that is. Felkins dribbles to the top of the key, gets double teamed and fouled as Peroni gets caught, or rather Nierenberg gets caught with a reach in. And that's the 5th team foul on Harbor. Checking in now for the Wildcats. Bockelman returning to the game, replacing Nierenberg. Westside inbounds to Feltz, kick it back out for Felkins. He'll take a deep 3, gets fouled, and will be at the line to shoot 3. That foul will be charged to Jacob Howard. That's his first, and that came at the end of the quarter, so Riley Felkins will be at the line all alone, shooting 3 here before we take the break. First one's a make. As is the second. Now he's got a chance to tie the game here at the end of the quarter. Got them all 3. So Felkins ties it. It's 17 apiece. We'll take a break here. You're watching the 34th Annual Hurricane Classic on Tubetown, live local from Ritter Communications.
You've got a lot of choices when you buy home furnishings. There are many reasons to choose Hubbard & Hoke Furniture, Blytheville and Osceola. At Hubbard & Hoke, you'll find a great selection of furniture, appliances, bedding, and electronics with outstanding service, 6 ways to finance your purchase, and free local delivery. Plus, you'll get a great deal every day on name brands you know and trust. Great deals, outstanding service, and free delivery. You're going to love Hubbard & Hoke Furniture, Blytheville and Osceola.
Of the 8:30 game this evening.
Live coverage of the Hurricane Classic on Tubetown is brought to you by Hubbard & Hoke Furniture and SSR Insulation LLC. Randy Myers with you, set to begin the second quarter of this one. We're tied at 17 apiece between Harbor and Westside. This Westside team 26-7 a year ago and Class 4A state runners-up. Harbor was 23-7 last year. Here's Feltz with it for Westside. Gets it for Kessler Mack. Pass into the paint to Schwartz, who stripped to the ball as he goes up with it. Thought he got fouled, but no whistle. Harbor back the other way with the basketball. Jenkins goes baseline and takes one step too many on his way to the rim. Westside will get it right back. 7:46 to play in the half. Kessler Mack will inbound for Westside. Tied at 17 here early in the second period. Riley Felkins gets it left wing for Avery Feltz, who goes baseline, stripped to the ball but fouled. He'll go to the line shooting 2. Foul is charged to Peroni. It's his first and the 7th team foul on the Wildcats. Avery Feltz at the line to shoot 2. First one is good. As is the second for the 3-time All-Stater. And here's Harbor back the other way. Westside back up by 2. A double team for Westside. Ball knocked away and stolen as Felkins comes out of traffic with it. He'll drive into the lane. Dish for Schwartz. His shot's going to be blocked as Harbor does a nice job hustling back defensively. Here come the Wildcats. Peroni with it as he crosses the timeline. guarded by Schwartz. Dribbles to the left wing. Goes baseline. Kick it out for Jenkins. Now over on the right wing. 3 on the way. No good. Battle for the board. Out of bounds. Who touched it last? Looks like it'll stay with the Wildcats. They'll inbound on the right side of the baseline. Get it in the corner. And now here's Jenkins with it. Out to Bockelman, right wing. Down low to Arrington, who walks, takes one step too many trying to get position for the shot in the paint. And Westside forces another turnover and gets the ball back. Riley Falcons will walk it up the floor for the local team. Gets it left side to Feltz, open for 3. Let's go, and knocks it down. Feltz becomes the first player, and actually first Westside player in double figures. Lawson Jenkins also in double figures with 10 for Harbor. Westside with a 22-17 lead now. Harbor with the basketball. They get it down low to Jenkins. He'll dribble into the corner. Kick it out high. Now on the right wing. And another walk is called against Harbor as Cole Bishop picked up his pivot foot a split second too quick. Substitution for Harbor, Trace Vitt, 5'11 junior, checking in, seeing his first action. He was their leading scorer last night in the loss to Jonesboro. He had 14 points. Falcons across the timeline with it for Westside. Dribbles to the right wing and gets fouled hard by Bockelman. I believe that will be the 8th team foul on Harbor. Riley Falcons at the line for a 1-and-1 opportunity for Westside. Got the first one to extend the lead to 6. Duggar back in for Harbor now. Second one too strong off the back arm, but they get the rebound and a reset. Here's Falcons with it. Dribbles to the left wing. Penetrates, splits a double team, draws another foul. I believe this foul will be on the floor.
Foul charge to number 3,
Trace Vitt picks up that foul, sending Falcons back to the line for another 1-and-1 opportunity. Makes the front end. And the second. So that puts Riley Falcons in double figures. He and Feltz leading the way for Westside with 10 each. Westside enjoying their largest lead of the game thus far. It's 25-17. Duggar with it for Harbor. Gets it high on the left wing. Bounce pass into Arrington. Back to Duggar, guarded there by Riley Falcons in man defense. On the left wing, ball tipped, up for grabs, goes out of bounds. Westside gets it back. Good defensive hustle there by the senior forward, Dylan Schwartz. Rockers will inbound. Substitution for Harbor. Aaron Olliger, a 5'9 sophomore, checks in for his first action of the day. Meanwhile, Riley Falcons cautiously crosses the timeline, gets it for Feltz, who immediately draws a double team. Dribbles top of the key, leaves it right wing with Falcons. Out high for Feltz between the circles. Against the man. Left side, Kessler Mack pulls the trigger on a 3-ball. Got it. Mack with 7. Westside has opened up a double-digit lead now. It's 28-17. Here's Duggar with it, center circle. Harassed by Rockers. Dribbles into traffic and another Harbor turnover as Falcons comes away with it after the steal. He'll dribble clear of traffic. Gets it right wing to Feltz. Deep 3 on the way, too short. And the rebound taken by Duggar for Harbor off the bounce. Gets it ahead for Jenkins. Jenkins double teamed. Gets it out for Olliger in the corner. Bounce pass back out to Duggar. He'll fire a deep 3. It's too strong. And Falcons has the rebound for Westside. Clear it out for Dylan Schwartz. Bounce pass to Rockers across the timeline. Rockers with it on the right wing. Penetrates into the lane. Ball knocked loose. It'll go out of bounds. Last touched by the Wildcats. And another substitution for Harbor. Micah Seawood, a 6'2 junior, checking in. Also Nierenberg returning to the game for Harbor. Rockers will inbound for Westside on his right side of the baseline. Entry pass stolen away by Nierenberg. He'll race to the other end and score the layup. Nierenberg with 7, makes it 28-19. Westside with the lead in the basketball. Here's Felkins with it. Right wing for Mack. Back out to Feltz against the man defense. Into the lane for Rockers, who fumbles it but gets it back. Now to Feltz. Left side for Felkins. Felkins dribbles left wing, penetrates into the lane. Scoop layup off the glass. No, but he draws another foul and will return to the free throw line. That foul on Arrington McRae, his second, 10th team foul. So Westside's in the double bonus for the duration of the first half with 4:07 left to play in the second period. Riley Felkins shooting 2 here for Westside, which leads 28-19. First one's good. One more coming for the 5'11 junior. Got them both. Felkins with a dozen. Westside lead back to double digits. It's 30-19. 4 minutes left in the half. Three-pointer from the corner on the way. Too strong. McRae the rebound and the stick back. Arrington McRae with 4 for Harbor. Makes it 30-21. Here's Feltz with it for Westside. Kick out for Felkins. Right wing to Mack. Deep 3 on the way. Short. Harbor's got the rebound as Jenkins comes away with it. Clears it out for Nierenberg. Nierenberg kicks it for Jenkins. He'll let go of a 3. It's good. Jenkins with 13. Gets it back to a 6-point game. It's 30-24. 3:24 to play in the half. Here's Mack with it. High on the right wing for Westside. Jump pass for Felkins in the corner for Schwartz. And the pass stolen away. As Ollinger comes away with it. He'll go right through the lane and score the layup. Ollinger with his first bucket. Mark Whitmire's seen enough as Harbor has rallied. It's 30-26 with 3:08 to play in the half. And a timeout taken by Westside. Take this opportunity to remind you to follow us on social media, on Facebook and Twitter. Search for us at Tubetown Online. Also our live coverage of the Hurricane Classic on Tubetown, brought to you by Hubbard & Hoke Furniture and SSR Insulation, LLC. Now, the winner of this game will play again tomorrow. Actually, both of these teams will play tomorrow afternoon. The winner will play tomorrow afternoon at 1:30 in the 5th place game against the winner of this afternoon's other consolation semifinal between Izard County and Pine Bluff. We'll have that one for you next here on Tubetown's Facebook Live page. The loser will play tomorrow at 12 against the loser of the Izard County Pine Bluff game in the 7th place game. West side of the ball as we return to action. Avery Feltz crossing the timeline with it. Westside's lead has been cut from 11-4. Here's Mack with it on the right wing. Finds Feltz at the elbow. The kick out for Felkins. Back to Feltz. Right side to Mack. Mack skip pass over for Felkins. Dribbles to the elbow. Shoots from there. Misses. And they get the rebound in the reset. Felkins drives into the lane. Nice no-look pass for Feltz, but he's stripped of the ball. And Harrington comes away with it. Ahead for McRae. Layup, no, but a foul on Westside. Kessler Mack guilty of the foul, his second. Puts Arrington McRae at the free throw line for Harbor with 2:32 to play in the half. Misses the front end, one more to shoot. Substitution, Rockers is back in for Westside, replacing Logan McPherson, who was in briefly. Second free throw coming for McRae. Got that one to make it a 3-point game. It's 30-27 with 2.5 minutes left in the second period. Riley Felkins has the ball for Westside, high on the left wing. Right wing now for Kessler Mack in the corner. Feltz catches, spots up for three. It's too strong. Rebound tip. Felkins ends up with it. Missed the follow through. Rockers has it, and he can't get the roll. It'll go out of bounds. And back to Harbor with 2:11 to play in the half. Westside in a bit of a drought right now, as Arrington brings it back, or rather Nierenberg brings it back the other way, gets it on the left wing. Fire a pass into Jenkins at the elbow. He's harassed, gets it in the corner. Three on the way from there. It's short, no good, and Schwartz collects the rebound for Westside. Ahead to Feltz, who drives to the lane and scores the layup off the glass. Feltz with a dozen, pushes Westside's lead back to 5. Here's McRae with it down low, and he'll be fouled from behind, I believe, by Rockers. Correction, the foul was on Felkins. His second, only the 5th team foul, but McRae back at the line to shoot 2 for Harbor. Can't get the roll on the first shot. Missed them both. Westside's got the rebound as Schwartz clears the glass. Leaves it with Feltz, and he'll bring it ahead for Westside. Left side for Felkins. Felkins with the basketball. Between the circles against man-to-man defense. Guarded by Nierenberg. Leaves it with Feltz. Feltz lets go of a three. Rims out, and the rebound to Schwartz. Schwartz goes back up with it, missed it, and there McRae comes away with it for Harbor. Cleared out for Nierenberg. Nierenberg attacking the rim. Shot blocked out of bounds by Feltz, but a foul is called. We'll see who it's on. It's on Feltz, it looks like. His first, 16 foul. Nierenberg at the line for the Wildcats to shoot 2. Makes the front end. As well as the second. Nierenberg with 9. Gets it back to a 3-point game with 1:07 to play in the half. 32-29 your score. Feltz with the ball for Westside. High on the left wing with it, guarded by Nierenberg. Now gets it over for Felkins. Back to Feltz. Thought about the three. Kicks it right side to Felkins. Felkins with a ball fake. Now penetrates. Kicks it in the corner for Mack. He'll shoot for 3. Miss off the back iron. Rebound to Harbor. And the ball knocked out of bounds. Let's see who's going to get it. I believe it'll stay with Harbor as Felkins couldn't control it. Good hustle and effort, but it'll stay with Harbor. 45 seconds remaining in the half. Westside up 3. Harbor with possession. Nierenberg high on the left wing with it. Now dribbles between the circles. Goes to the elbow. Puts up a fadeaway and missed it as it rims out. McRae the rebound. And he has a shot blocked. It'll go out of bounds and stay with Harbor with 31 seconds remaining in the half. But not before Harbor takes a timeout. We'll step aside. You're watching the 34th Annual Hurricane Classic on Tubetown, live local from Ritter Communications.
Life doesn't always go as planned. So when a power surge affects your TV, or a breakfast mishap takes out your laptop, Guardware multi-device protection gives you peace of mind, knowing your devices will be repaired or replaced with just one call and without breaking the bank. Protection you can trust. Guardware from Ritter. Enroll today to keep what matters most protected tomorrow.
Welcome back to Don Riggs Hurricane Gym. Randy Myers with you. Glad you're with us for our coverage of the 34th Annual Barry Pruitt Hurricane Classic here at Jonesboro High School on Tubetown. 31 seconds remaining in this first half. Good contest going here in the consolation semifinal game between Westside High School from just down the road and Harbor from Northwest Arkansas in Springdale. Harbor with the ball as we return to play. Nierenberg to trigger the inbounds pass. Gets it inbounds, kick it back in the corner for Nierenberg. Now out high to Jenkins. Guarded there by Kessler Mack. Looks like the Wildcats will try to hold the ball and probably take the last shot of the half now. Jenkins with it. Trying to shake Mack. Clock down to 13 seconds. With it at center circle. Now dribbles to the right side and gets fouled by Mack. That is the third personal on Mack, 7th team foul. So it'll put Harbor at the line with 10 seconds remaining. Jenkins will be the shooter. He's got 13 points thus far. Makes the front end. Bockelman back in now for Harbor, replacing Nierenberg. Makes them both. 32-31, excuse me. Here's Feltz with it, gets it left side. Felkins fires a deep three, too strong. Rebound to Harbor. They're cleared out for Jenkins. He'll fire from midcourt and just miss. So a very competitive and entertaining first half comes to a close as Westside has a 1-point lead at the break. It's 32-31. We'll step aside. You're watching the 34th Annual Hurricane Classic on Tubetown, live local from Ritter Communications.
You've got a lot of choices when you buy home furnishings. There are many reasons to choose Hubbard & Hope Furniture, Blytheville and Osceola. At Hubbard & Hope, you'll find a great selection of furniture, appliances, bedding, and electronics with outstanding service, 6 ways to finance your purchase, and free local delivery. Plus, you'll get a great deal every day on name brands you know and trust. Great deals, outstanding service, and free delivery. You're going to love Hubbard & Hope Furniture, Blytheville and Osceola.
Life doesn't always go as planned. So when a power surge affects your TV, or a breakfast mishap takes out your laptop, Guardware multi-device protection gives you peace of mind, knowing your devices will be repaired or replaced with just one call, and without breaking the bank. Protection you can trust. Guardware from Ritter. Enroll today to keep what matters most protected tomorrow.
How much bandwidth will satisfy your home's hunger? The average household now has more wireless devices in use a day than ever before, including TVs, laptops, tablets, and smartphones. HD streaming and gaming can use large amounts of data and slow down speeds for other users. The more devices you use, the more bandwidth your home needs. So make sure you have enough bandwidth. Get up to 100 megs with internet from Ritter Communications. It's the speed you need to power all your devices. Call today.
No matter what kind of business you own or operate, you need to keep it connected. Ritter Communications delivers the fastest business internet speeds available at a price that won't slow you down. Ritter offers reliable 24-hour service with network monitoring, along with the scalable options your business needs to grow. And we do it all on our own fiber optic network. The choice is yours, and so is the savings. Connect to something better. Call or visit ritterbusiness.com today.
911, what's your emergency?
I'm home alone. Someone is trying to get in the back door.
Find a safe place like in a closet or under a bed, okay?
Okay.
Be very quiet and don't worry. Your home phone gave me your location.
Hurry.
Help is on the way.
Only a dedicated home phone can quickly pinpoint your address for emergency personnel. Cell phones can't. Keep your loved ones safe for less than 60 cents a day with a home phone from Ritter. Call today or go to rittercommunications.com.
Introducing Ritter Home Security. Ritter takes care of protecting what's most important to you, from threats like unwelcome visitors and fire, to making your life easier by putting the control of your home at your fingertips. Use the free app to shut the garage, lock the door, turn off lights, arm the system, and more. You can even turn back the thermostat to help save money on your energy bill. Plus, get a snapshot when your kids get home. It's smart, beautiful, convenient, and ready for your busy life. Ritter Home Security.
For your smartphones, tablets, phablets. For the browsers you carry in your trousers. Wowzers! For your big screens and small screens, short screens and tall screens, get speed that screams. From the top of your desk to the palm of your hand, it's the fastest internet speed in the land.
There's no end to your online possibilities with up to 100 meg internet speeds. If you're not getting your internet from Ritter, you should. Call 888-336-4466 today. Ritter Communications. Right by you.
High-speed internet for every grown-up, grandparent, kid, teen, and in between. Ritter's got it. Every JPEG, MPEG, and GIF for the working mom or the working stiff, loaded in a GIF. Whether you're a blogger, gamer, or pixel tamer, don't be a slow-speed blamer. Don't waste your time waiting to load that page. Get Ritter high-speed internet. It's all the rage.
There's no end to your online possibilities with up to 100 meg internet speeds. Only from Ritter Communications. Right by you.
Technology was supposed to make our lives easier. No one told us about the plethora of glitches, viruses, hackers, hundreds of passwords to remember, and getting all our tech to sync up. Introducing Tech Home. Technology made easy for you and your devices. Tech Home makes it easy to set up, protect, and enjoy your internet-connected devices anytime, anywhere. Security, password management, backup, and premium tech support. Get back in charge of your digital life now with Tech Home.
You work here, you play here, you live here, and yet most of what you watch on television is about somewhere other than here. Until now, we proudly present Tubetown, TV about you. Tubetown is a Ritter Communications exclusive network featuring local sports, community events, unique and original programming from our community. Tubetown takes what's best about television, what's best about the community, and brings them together. Tubetown, only from Ritter Communications, right by you.
Satellite TV providers force you to sign a long-term contract, then saddle you with second-rate service and price increases. Ritter delivers TV service with stunning HD channels, plus bundle savings on the area's fastest internet, and a better home phone service with no long-term contracts, backed by our local customer care team. No contracts, no nonsense, just great service. Don't get stuck with a dish. Visit RitterCommunications.com to learn more.
It begins with a click. And no matter where you are, you have countless choices at your fingertips. On the road, on your break, even in your own backyard. A world of entertainment is just a click away. Simply go to RitterCommunications.com/TV Everywhere to get started. Ritter Communications, connecting you to everything that matters.
With so many great mega services available from Ritter Communications, it's hard to pick just one. Save a bundle with bundled services. Talk as much as you want, when you want, with unlimited long distance. Get the speed you need with up to 15, 30, 50, and even 100 megabits per second internet. Enjoy online bill pay and protect all your online data and devices with Tech Home and Guardware. With so many choices, options, and savings from Ritter, all you can say is, wow! Mega services, mega savings. That's Mega Ritter.
We welcome you back to Don Riggs Hurricane Gym. Randy Myers under the headset. We have reached halftime in our first game of the day here in the consolation bracket on day 2 of the 34th annual Barry Pruitt Hurricane Classic here on the campus of Jonesboro High School. We're glad you're with us. Halftime with Westside owning a 1-point lead against Springdale Harbor. Westside had as much as an 11-point lead at one time before Harbor kind of intensified their defensive efforts a little bit late in the second period and rallied to get it down to a 1-point game, which is where we stand here at the break with Westside up 32-31. Looking at some scoring numbers from the first half. Leading scorers for Harbor were Lawson Jenkins, who had 15 points in the first 2 quarters, and Garrett Nierenberg, the sophomore guard, right behind him with 9 points. Meanwhile, for Westside. 2 Warriors in double figures at the break. The 2 All-State guards, Riley Felkins and Avery Feltz, each with a dozen at the break. The only other player to score in the first half for Westside was their other guard, Kessler Mack, the junior, who had 7, as we said. Both Logan McPherson, as well as Dylan Schwartz and Jordan Rockers, all played for Westside in the first half, but did not scratch, as the Warriors had only 3 players provide any offensive production. So we've got time for another break before we come back with the second half. We'll step aside and take that break at this time with Westside leading Harbor 32-31. You're watching the 34th Annual Hurricane Classic on Tubetown, live local from Ritter Communications.
You've got a lot of choices when you buy home furnishings. There are many reasons to choose Hubbard & Hoke Furniture, Blytheville and Osceola. At Hubbard & Hoke, you'll find a great selection of furniture, appliances, bedding, and electronics with outstanding service, 6 ways to finance your purchase, and free local delivery. Plus, you'll get a great deal every day on name brands you know and trust. Great deals, outstanding service, and free delivery. You're going to love Hubbard & Hoke Furniture, Blytheville and Osceola.
Life doesn't always go as planned. So when a power surge affects your TV, or a breakfast mishap takes out your laptop, Guardware multi-device protection gives you peace of mind, knowing your devices will be repaired or replaced with just one call, and without breaking the bank. Protection you can trust. Guardware from Ritter. Enroll today to keep what matters most protected tomorrow.
Back here, Don Riggs Hurricane Gym. Randy Myers with you, bringing you the first of 4 games on the afternoon and evening docket here at the Don Riggs Hurricane Gym, the Barry Pruitt Hurricane Classic. Harbor will get the ball to begin the second half, trailing Westside by a point. It's 32-31 as Jenkins inbounds for Nierenberg in the backcourt. He'll bring it across the timeline. Dribble to the left wing, guarded by Riley Felkins. Now out high, back to Nierenberg, left side for Jenkins. He'll spot up with a 3 that's too strong. Rebound tipped and taken by Felkins for Westside. Push it ahead to Mack, who beats the defense down the floor. Got the defender off his feet and scored the easy layup. Mack with 9 to push the Westside lead back to 3. Nierenberg gets it over for Duggar. Back to Nierenberg. No look pass in the corner. Dribble drive into the lane. Runner off the glass is too strong. Jenkins, the board, goes back up from the baseline and draws the foul.
Foul charge, number 23, Jordan Rockers.
Jordan Rockers guilty of that foul for Westside. It's his second. With Jenkins shooting 2 for the Wildcats. First one is a make. Jenkins leads all scorers in the game thus far with 16 points. And now 17. Gets it back to a 1-point game. It's 34-33, 7:22 to play in the third period as Riley Felkins comes across the timeline with it for the Warriors. Slides high on the left wing. Jump pass in the corner is loose, out of bounds. Last touch by Jenkins. It'll stay with Westside. Rockers will inbound from near the corner. Tosses it into the backcourt for Felkins. He'll go right wing to Feltz. Out to Felkins. So Rockers, he'll let go of an 18-footer off the right side. It's short. Duggar collects the rebound for the Wildcats. Leaves it with Nierenberg. In the corner for Jenkins. Skip pass left side. Here's a 3 on the way. It's short. They get the rebound. Runner in the lane off the glass, too strong. Jenkins comes away with the board. He'll go back up with it and score the layup. Jenkins with 19 puts Harbor back up by a point. 35-34. Here's Felkins with it for Westside. Takes an NBA 3 and drains it. Felkins with 15 puts Westside right back up by 2. Harbor with the basketball. On the right wing, Duggar lets go of a three. It's short. Battle for the rebound. It'll be tipped out of bounds and stay with Harbor on their end of the floor. Substitution for the Wildcats. Aaron Ollinger, the sophomore guard, is back in, replacing Duggar. And here's Nierenberg with it. Gets it left wing for Ollinger. Into the paint for McRae. And McRae is called for the walk. 6:06 to play in the period. Westside gets it back, leading by a pair. It's 37-35. Avery Phelps brings it across for Westside. Gets it for Kessler Mack. He'll pull the trigger on a three. This one won't go. And Harbor has the rebound as Nierenberg collects. Brings it across the timeline, picked up by Rockers in man-to-man defense. Drives into the lane, puts up a runner that misses, but he does draw a foul and will be at the free throw line. Schwartz picks up that foul for Westside. His second team foul. Nierenberg shooting 2 for Harbor. Gets the roll. That'll put him in double figures with 10.
Substitution number 55, Elijah Woodard, checking for Harbor.
Makes them both. So we're tied again at 37 with 5:43 to play in the period. Westside with the basketball. Dribbles left wing. Passes to Phelps. Into the corner for Mack. He'll pull the trigger on a three and gets another one. Kessler Mack with his third three of the game. It's 40-37. Warriors up by 3. Harbor with the basketball. Bounce pass to Jenkins. Guarded there by Phelps. Now draws the double team. Passes into the lane. It'll be deflected, knocked out of bounds, and stay with Harbor with 5:14 to play in the period. Put it in play for Woodard, the 6'7" sophomore who's checked in, and then lose it out of bounds over in the corner as the pass was too high for Cole Bishop. Westside gets it back. Riley Falcons eases across the timeline, dribbles high to the left wing. Picked up in man defense, passes into Phelps at the elbow. He has it knocked away from behind. It'll go out of bounds. It's saved by Schwartz. Schwartz with it. Puts up an off-balance jumper and draws the foul. Shot wouldn't go down for him, but he'll be at the line to shoot 2. Bishop guilty of that foul for Harbor with 4:52 left in the third period. First one is good. First point of the game for Dylan Schwartz. Schwartz makes them both. Pushes the Westside lead back to 5. It's 42-37, 4:48 left in the third quarter. Nierenberg with it for Harbor. Draws the double team. Dribbles to the right wing, gives it up in the corner. 3 on the way. Rims out, no good. Schwartz the rebound for Westside. Cleared out for Avery Phelps. He'll bring it ahead. Quickly dribbles to the right wing. Shut off. Kicks it for Rockers. Or rather for Mack in the corner for Phelps. Out high to Falcons. Back to Phelps. 3 on the way. Good. Avery Phelps with 15. As Westside extends the lead back out to 8 now. Largest advantage for the Warriors has been 11. Here's a bounce pass. It'll go out of bounds, but last touch by Westside. 4:09 to play in the period. Warriors leading 45-37. Substitution for Harbor. Charlie Bockelman will check back in. Also McRae, and now there's a timeout on the floor. 4:09 to play in the third quarter. Westside leading 45-37. Follow us on social media or on Facebook and Twitter. Just search for us at Tubetown Online. That's at Tubetown Online. We also remind you that live coverage of the Hurricane Classic on Tubetown is brought to you by Hubbard & Hoke Furniture and SSR Insulation, LLC. This is a battle between one of the typical heavyweights in Class 7A, Springdale Harbor, and Westside, which has been a perennial powerhouse in 4A for about the last 10 years or so now under the direction of Coach Mark Whitmire. The Warriors have appeared in 3 state finals since 2010. They won it that year. They've been runners-up last year and again in 2011. Harbor with the ball as we return to play. Get it on the right wing for Bishop. Might have got away with a backcourt there. Mark Whitmire unhappy about that missed call. Nierenberg penetrates, lays it up with the left hand and gets the layup. Nierenberg with 13 makes it 45-39 with 3:50 left in the period. Felkins has it on the right wing. Drives into the lane. Scoop layup good, but he got fouled before the shot. And he'll go to the line. Cole Bishop picked up that foul. Eddie Bryant, Curtis Tate, and Kevin Simmons are our officials for this game, by the way. That's not going to be a shooting foul, apparently. And the entry pass by Phelps is knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with Westside. And now Rockers will come down to the baseline to inbound. Finds Schwartz in the corner. He'll fire and miss from there, and Harbor has the rebound. Nierenberg brings it back the other way. Gets it over to Bockelman in the corner, into the down low on the block, back outside to Bishop. Pass into the paint for McRae. He attacks the rim and gets fouled. Foul on Schwartz, his second team foul. Correction, third team foul on Westside. And McRae makes the first free throw. That one won't go. Phelps has the rebound, bounces it to Felkins, and he'll bring it ahead. Westside up 5. It's 45-40 with 3:17 to play in the third period. Felkins has it. Let's go of a long three from straight away and drains it from about 26 feet. He's got range, and he showed it right there. Felkins with 18. Warrior lead back to 8. Here's Bishop with it on the block. Turns, misses. McRae, the rebound, goes back up, and he'll draw a foul and be at the free throw line once again. Foul is on Schwartz. That's his third. Fourth team foul on Westside. Arrington McRae back at the line for Harbor to shoot 2. Knocks down the first one. And makes them both this time. So McRae with 8 makes it a 6-point game, 48-42, 2:53 to play, third period. Riley Felkins with the ball for Westside. Gets it left wing to Phelps. Phelps goes baseline, attacks the rim, and scores it off the glass. Phelps with 17. Warrior lead back to 8. Here's Jenkins with it for Harbor. Skip pass across the lane, left wing, jump shot on the way for 3. Too strong on the miss by Bishop. Warriors in transition. Here's Phelps ahead of the pack, drives to the rim, layup good. Phelps with 19. Warrior lead back to double digits now at 10 with 2:17 left in the period. Nierenberg has it for Harbor. Gets it for Jenkins on the right wing. He'll fire an NBA 3 and knock that one down. Nierenberg with 22. 52-45, 2:03 to play in the period. Felkins with it for Westside at center circle, eases to the right wing. Trying to shake his defender, now takes him baseline. Missed the layup. Harbor's got the rebound. Nierenberg comes away with it for the Wildcats. Penetrates, kicks it right side. Jenkins spots up for 3. This one's off the back arm. Whistle and foul on the rebound, and that's going to be on Kessler Mack, I believe. And that is his 4th. So Westside starting to get into a little foul trouble now with Mack with 4 and Schwartz with 3. That will send Craig Harp in to replace Mack. Harp, a 5'10 senior. Harbor will inbound. Here's Jenkins, catches, spots up for three, airmails it. They get the rebound, and the putback off the glass is good for Jacob Howard. And we've got a timeout with 1:38 left to play in the third period. Westside leading 52-47. Winner of this one will play tomorrow afternoon in the fifth place game against the winner of the upcoming game between Izard County Consolidated and Pine Bluff. Also, the loser will play tomorrow at noon against the loser of that game between Izard County and Pine Bluff. Three other games still to come after this one. Of course, we'll have the Izard County Pine Bluff game next, and then it's JHS or Jonesboro High School in Bryant at 7 o'clock, and the nightcap game, Pitts North Little Rock against Nettleton. That one should tip somewhere around 8:30 if we stay on schedule. We'll have them all for you here on Tubetown's Facebook page. So Westside with the ball as we return to play. 1:38 left in the quarter. Warriors lead 52-47. Harbor coming with full court pressure. Here's Felkins with it for the Warriors. Trying to dribble clear of traffic. Gets it over for Rockers in the corner for Harp. Back to Felkins. Felkins lets go of another long three. This one's going to be short. Long rebound goes out of bounds, but last touch by Harbor. And Westside will maintain possession. Nierenberg is back into the game for the Wildcats. Rockers, Gretchen Feltz will inbound for Westside. And the loose ball deflected and stolen by Nierenberg as Westside with a miscommunication. Harbor misses the alley-oop dunk attempt as they got a little too fancy, and Westside gets the rebound, brings it back the other way. Harbor blew a golden opportunity right there. Here's Feltz with it. He'll fire a three that rims out. Jenkins the board for Harbor with just over a minute to play in the period. Jenkins across the timeline. Gets it over for Nierenberg. Nierenberg, three on the way, short. Jenkins the rebound, the putback, no. Battle for the board. It's going to go out of bounds and stay with Harbor with 49 seconds left. Bishop returns to the game for Harbor, replacing Olliger. Also, Micah Seawood into the game. He'll trigger the inbounds pass. Gets it in play for Bishop. Out high to Nierenberg. Nierenberg throws the basketball away. He was trying to get it down low to Howard, who was not ready for the pass. And Harbor turns it over. Westside will get it back with 43.6 seconds left. Feltz will trigger against inbound, against full court pressure. Gets it in play to Schwartz. Back to Feltz, and Feltz will cross the timeline with it. Dribbles high to the left wing. Gets it to Harp in the corner. Skip pass out for Felkins. Felkins penetrates into the lane, puts up a runner, and gets the roll. Felkins with 20. It's 54-47. Westside with the lead. Harbor with possession. 23 seconds left. And we've got a whistle and an offensive foul away from the ball against Harbor. That's on Jacob Howard, the 6'4 sophomore. His third team foul. And Westside gets it back with 20 seconds left. Warriors will most likely try to take the last shot of the period here. Felkins eases across the timeline. 14 seconds left now. Guarded there by Nierenberg in man-to-man defense high on the right wing. Clock at 9 seconds. Still at center circle. Now dribbles to the free throw line and lost the handle on it. Harbor steals it away. Bishop comes away with it. He'll fire from midcourt as the horn sounds and miss. 3 quarters in the books with Westside leading Harbor 54-47 as we head into the final frame. You're watching the 34th annual Hurricane Classic on Tubetown, live local from Ritter Communications.
How much bandwidth will satisfy your home's hunger? The average household now has more wireless devices in use a day than ever before, including TVs, laptops, tablets, and smartphones. HD streaming and gaming can use large amounts of data and slow down speeds for other users. The more devices you use, the more bandwidth your home needs. So make sure you have enough bandwidth. Get up to 100 megs with internet from Ritter Communications. It's the speed you need to power all your devices. Call today.
Our live coverage of the 34th annual Barry Pruitt Hurricane Classic on Tubetown is brought to you by Hubbard & Hoke Furniture and SSR Insulation LLC. Randy Myers with you under the headset as we get set to head into this fourth quarter of action here between 7A Harbor and 4A Westside. Westside leading at 54-47 as we get set to begin the fourth quarter. Westside will go with Felkins, Rockers, Feltz, Mack, and Schwartz, their original starting five to start the fourth period. Harbor will counter with Nierenberg, McRae, Bishop, Jenkins, and Seawood. Seawood, I believe, is the only non-starter on the floor right now. Here's Felkins with it for Westside. Gets it left wing for Feltz. Feltz working against man defense will be fouled on a reach-in by Seawood. And that'll be his first. Only the fourth team foul. So Westside will inbound under the basket. Feltz will be the trigger man. Finds Rockers on the left wing. Out high for Mack. Right side to Felkins. Felkins with the basketball, guarded by Bishop in man-to-man defense. Has it at center circle, gets it for Kessler Mack on the left wing. Now right wing, Feltz catches, shoots for three, it rims out. McRae the board for Harbor, lost it. Now there's a scramble for it, ball on the floor, and Westside comes away with it. Feltz across the timeline, jump pass for Rockers, who penetrates into the lane, and they're going to get tied up on a jump ball. Westside thought he got fouled, but a jump ball instead called by the official, and that'll give it back to Harbor on alternating possession with 7:20 remaining. Nierenberg brings it back the other way for Harbor. Comes across and gets fouled on a hold by Jordan Rockers. That is his third. 6-team foul on Westside. Jenkins will inbound from the end of the bench, puts it in play for Nierenberg. In the corner, Jenkins, open three ball, got it. Jenkins with 25 as he leads all scorers, gets Harbor back to within 4 with 6:50 to play. Here's Felkins into the lane, drives around the defender and lays it up and in off the glass. Felkins with 22 to lead the Warriors. Pushes the lead back to 6. Nierenberg with it. Comes off a pick. Slides to the right wing and turns the basketball over. Carrying it. You don't see that call very often. Substitution for Westside, for Harbor rather. Trace Vitt is back in, their leading scorer from last night, but has played sparingly in this game. And then immediately gets called for a foul right after checking in. It's his second personal. And the 15 foul on Harbor. Rockers inbounds for Feltz, who drives into the lane and scores the layup over McRae. Feltz with 21. Westside's lead back to 8. 6:20 to play. Nierenberg with it. Fires a three off the left side. It's no good. Rebound battled around, battled for. Harbor ends up with it. No look pass for McRae, and he'll be fouled by Rockers. And that's the fourth foul on Rockers. So the foul situation for Westside starting to get a bit dicey. They've got Rockers and Mack each with 4 and Schwartz with 3, if my stats are correct. Meanwhile, it's McRae at the line shooting 2 with 6:11 to play. Couldn't get the drop on the first shot. One more to shoot for the big 6'2 sophomore. Gets that one to go to make it 58-51 with 6:10 to play. Harbor showing token pressure. Here's Feltz with it. Comes across the timeline, splits the double team, dishes for Schwartz with a great pass, and Schwartz with the answer on the low block. Schwartz with 4, that's his first field goal of the game. And the Westside lead back to 9, 5:50 remaining. Nierenberg with it in the corner. Jenkins has it knocked away, lost it out of bounds. And who's it belong to? Westside gets it back. Good defense by the Warriors to force the turnover. Seawood back in for Harbor. Mack to inbound for the Warriors. Gets it in play for Rockers, who gets it to Felkins. Felkins gets it knocked away. Scramble. Mack gets it back. And they're going to call him for a backcourt. Yes, they are. Westside fans not happy. They thought he got fouled first. And Harbor gets it back at midcourt, 5:32 to play. Nierenberg with it center circle for the Wildcats. Gets it on the right wing. Back to Jenkins, left wing for Seawood. At the top of the key, jump pass for Jenkins. Jenkins has it top of the key, left wing for Nierenberg. Skip pass right wing to Seawood. Seawood, no look pass for McRae, and he answered. No, he doesn't. Rolled out on him. Got a good look, but the shot wouldn't stay down, and Phelps comes away with it for Westside. Dribbles right wing for Mack. He'll pull the trigger on a three. It's no good. Battle for the board, and Westside gets it back as they out-hustled the Wildcats for it that time. Felkins has it. Gets his defender off his feet. Drives into the lane. Gets the roll and the foul. He'll be at the line for the and one. Seawood guilty of the foul. His second. 16 foul. Riley Felkins at the free throw line. He's got 24 points now. Correction, 25 points. And the Westside lead back to double digits now at 62-51. This match is their largest lead of the game at 11. Here's Bishop with it out for Nierenberg to Jenkins. Fires for three, gets another one. Jenkins with 28. Makes it 63-54. 4.5 minutes left. Feltz across the timeline. Splits the double team. Drives into the lane. Missed the finger roll. And Harbor comes away with it back the other way. Seawood's got it. Bounce pass for Jenkins, who dribbles to the left wing. Gets it in the corner for Nierenberg, who gets double teamed. Now brings it back out. Drives into the lane. Kicks for Bishop. He's open for three. It's too strong. Rebound tipped. McRae comes away with it and walks for the basketball, trying to get the shot off. Good low post defense there by Westside. Bockelman's back in for Harbor, replacing McRae with 4:05 to play, and now a timeout is taken. This will be a full timeout. We'll pause. 4:05 left in the game. Westside leads Harbor 63-54. You're watching the 34th Annual Hurricane Classic on Tubetown Live, local from Ritter Communications.
No matter what kind of business you own or operate, you need to keep it connected. Ritter Communications delivers the fastest business internet speeds available at a price that won't slow you down. Ritter offers reliable 24-hour service with network monitoring, along with the scalable options your business needs to grow. And we do it all on our own fiber optic network. The choice is yours, and so is the savings. Connect to something better. Call or visit ritterbusiness.com today.
4:05 left to play in the game as we welcome you back to Don Riggs Hurricane Gym here in this consolation semifinal game between Harbor and Westside. Warriors are up by 9. They've been able to get the fourth quarter lead back out to 11, which that matches an earlier lead that they've had a couple of times earlier in the game. Every time they hit that 11-point advantage margin, Harbor rallies and gets it back to a close game. We'll see if Westside can weather the storm here for the final 4:05. They'll have the ball when we return to play. Rockers, full court pressure for Harbor. Here's Felkins with it at midcourt for Westside. Across the timeline. Feltz has it now. Left wing for Felkins. Felkins with the basketball. Trying to shake Nierenberg. Spins into the lane, stripped of it. Loose ball into the basket, and Harbor comes away with it as Bishop gets it out for Nierenberg. Nierenberg quickly to the other end, drives into the lane. Shots blocked by Rockers. It'll go out of bounds and stay with Harbor with 3:35 to play. Bishop, whether Bockelman will trigger the inbounds pass. Gets it in play for Bishop. He's doubled up in the corner and trapped. Needs help. Throws it out high. Loose ball. Tipped up for grabs. Goes out of bounds. And last touch by Phelps, according to official Kevin Simmons. So Harbor will keep possession. Nierenberg will inbound from midcourt for Jenkins. Flips it back to Nierenberg, who dribbles in front of center circle. In the corner, Nierenberg with it. Passes into the paint for Jenkins. He might have got away with an extra step. Here's a pass into the corner for Bockelman. Back out. Skip pass left wing. And the shot clock expires on Harbor. You almost forget about that shot clock because for the most part it really has not been a factor in this game. But this tournament is being played with a 35-second shot clock. And Phelps comes away with it. Looked like a foul, no whistle. Nierenberg gets it back. He'll fire a three. It's in and out, no good. Foul on the rebound against Jenkins, I believe, for Harbor. That is the second foul on Jenkins and the 7th team foul. So Westside will be at the other end where Phelps, actually Rockers will be at the free throw line, I believe. It is Rockers, 6'4" senior. Shooting a 1-and-1 here with 2:58 left. Westside leading 63-54. Missed it, and the rebound battled for, and Harbor comes away with it. Jenkins has it, crossing the timeline. Takes a step back three off the right wing, no good. Battle for the board. Mack comes away with it for Westside. Clear out for Felkins. Push it ahead to Schwartz. He goes to the rim and will be fouled from behind by Jenkins. That's the third foul now on Jenkins, team foul number 8. Dylan Schwartz shooting 2 now for the Warriors with 2:40 to play. Westside trying to pick up their 4th victory of the season against only 1 loss. Schwartz makes the first free throw. McRae and Duggar are back in for Harbor. Schwartz makes both free throws. He's got 6. Westside lead back to 11. 65-54, 2:34 left. Nierenberg with it, gets it to Jenkins. Out to Bishop. Right wing to Nierenberg. And in the corner, pass into the paint, stolen away by Riley Felkins. Ahead to Phelps on the wing. Phelps eases out toward midcourt. And gets fouled on a hand check by McRae. His third, 9th team foul. Phelps to the line to shoot 2 for the Warriors, to shoot a 1-and-1, that is, for the Warriors. Missed it. Rebound to Harbor. Nierenberg brings it ahead. Gets it to Jenkins. Jenkins dribble drive into the lane. Missed it. Rebound knocked around, battled for, and Kessler Mack comes away with it for Westside. He'll get it to Phelps. Phelps for the basketball. Shovel pass in the corner for Kessler Mack, who knocks down another triple. Mack with 15. Westside leading by 14 now, their largest advantage of the game at 68-54. Here's a pass into the paint for McRae, and he scores nicely off the glass with the left hand. McRae with 21 makes it a 12-point game. Phelps with it, back to Felkins. Westside wants to work a little clock on this possession. They'll spread the floor and go 4 corners. Felkins playing a little keep away. Out on the perimeter. Gets it over for Rockers now with 1:06 left. Rockers double teamed and tries to get it to Phelps. Ball almost stolen, but they get it back. Here's Felkins. Now he'll drive into the lane. Dish for Schwartz, and the shot clock expires on the Warriors that time. So Harbor gets it back with 56 seconds left. Nierenberg comes across the timeline, leaves it with Bishop. Back to Nierenberg. Jump pass right wing. Jenkins pulls the trigger on a three. It's good. And Harbor once and gets a timeout with 40 seconds left. They trail 68-59. If Westside hangs on to win this thing, they will play again tomorrow at 1:30 in the 5th place game against the winner of the upcoming game between Izard County and Pine Bluff. Loser plays tomorrow at noon in the 7th place game against the loser of that game between ICC and Pine Bluff. We remind you to follow us on social media, on Facebook and Twitter. Search for us at Tubetown Online. This is the first of 4 games on the docket here tonight, or this afternoon and tonight, for the Barry Pruitt Hurricane Classic. The next game will be the aforementioned Izard County Pine Bluff game. And then at 7 o'clock, the host Jonesboro Hurricane will take on Bryant in a winner's bracket semifinal. The nightcap game will pit North Little Rock and Nettleton. That one should tip around 8:30, providing that we stay on schedule. And then again, a full day of action tomorrow, as we said, starting at noon with the 7th place game. The 5th place game will be at 1:30. The 3rd place game will be at 3, and the championship game at 4:30. And we'll have them all for you here on Tubetown's Facebook page. Westside with the ball as we return to play out of the timeout. Jordan Rockers will inbound from the baseline. Length of the floor to go. Gets it in play for Riley Felkins. Felkins guarded by Ollinger, who's back in. Gets it to Rockers. Back to Felkins. And a reach in will be called on Ollinger. That'll stop the clock with 30.7 seconds left. Sending Riley Felkins to the free throw line to shoot 2. Correction, to shoot a 1-and-1. I'm sorry, he is shooting 2. As that was the 10th foul. And he makes the first one. Felkins with 26. Second free throw pending as he gets the ball. And makes that one as well. So Felkins has 27. It's 70-59. 11-point lead for the Warriors. 24 seconds left. Nierenberg, 3 from straight away. Missed everything as he airmails it. Westside will get it back with 18 seconds left. Rockers again to inbound. And Harbor will not apply any pressure. Westside will dribble out the clock most likely here as we're down to 8 seconds left. Rockers with it high on the left wing. Applause all around as Westside's going to escape with a 70-59 victory over the 7A visitors from Northwest Arkansas. As Westside will improve to 4-1 and move into the 5th place game tomorrow at 1:30 against the against the winner of the upcoming game between Izard County and Pine Bluff. We'll step aside for a 30-second timeout and back in a moment. You're watching the 34th Annual Hurricane Classic on Tubetown, live local from Ritter Communications.
911, what's your emergency?
I'm home alone. Someone is trying to get in the back door.
Find a safe place like in a closet or under a bed, okay?
Okay.
Be very quiet and don't worry. Your home phone gave me your location.
Hurry.
Help is on the way.
Only a dedicated home phone can quickly pinpoint your address for emergency personnel. Cell phones can't. Keep your loved ones safe for less than 60 cents a day with a home phone from Ritter. Call today or go to rittercommunications.com.
Back at Don Riggs Hurricane Gym as Westside wins the first game on day 2 of the the Barry Pruitt Hurricane Classic. 70-59 as Westside improves to 4-1 with the victory. Harbor will drop to 1-2. 3 double-figure scorers for Westside. They were led by the 27 points of junior guard Riley Felkins. Avery Phelps had 21 for Westside, and Kessler Mack had 15 as the Warriors got most of their offense from those 3 guards. 3 Harbor players in double figures. Lawson Jenkins led all scorers in the game with 31 points. They got 21 from Arrington McRae on the inside and 13 from Garrett Narenberg as Harbor falls to Westside 70-59. So that will wrap up our broadcast for the first game of the day. We'll step aside for a few minutes and we will return in just a few, about 12 or 13 minutes from now, with game 2 of the day between Izard County and Pine Bluff, as Wes Cisco will join me for the call of that one. We'll have it for you in a few. You're watching the 34th Annual Hurricane Classic on Tubetown, live local from Ritter Communications.